transfer mode. Good afternoon, children. Sit down. Peter, Balasubramanian, Muhammad Nihal, Abhishek Jain, XI-XII, Adarsh, Revati, Andrea, So a warm welcome to all of you. Good afternoon. Njan Shobha VK. I'll be dealing with chemistry chapters. Chemistry rendu peru koodiyanu cheyyunnathu. Appo inde cheriyoru bhagam njanayirikkum cheyyundavua. Ketto. Is there anybody who can't follow Malayalam? You are from Tamil Nadu. Okay. So you won't be missing anything. I'll be speaking in both languages, okay? Whatever I say in lighter? Off aakano? Adano? So you will not be missing anything. I'll be speaking in both languages. Don't pedikanda. Both the all the concepts will be told in both languages. Okay. We are dealing with the very first chapter now. Some basic concepts of chemistry. Some basic concepts of chemistry ആണ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്. And material ഒക്കെ കിട്ടിയോ എല്ലാവർക്കും? You have received the material already? Yes. And we'll be doing questions from the book which you have got. Same book what you have with you. Okay. I'll be starting with the very first chapter. Bring your materials every day to class. Then follow the my portion. When you do, same book you follow in all the classes. Meaning, when I'm teaching, you are expected to write the lecture notes. Important notes should be pointed out. Adu cheyyumbol every day you continue in the same book. Okay, innൊരു book കൊണ്ടുവന്നു നാളെ വേറെ book അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യരുത്. There should be a continuation in your notebook. So keep a separate notebook for my classes, and then entrance work also should be done separately in a book. Entrance ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞു വരും ഞാൻ 20 questions or 30 questions ഒക്കെ ചെയ്തു വരാൻ പറയുമ്പോൾ അത് systematic ആയിട്ട് it should be worked out and it should be brought to the class. Then it will be discussed in class also. So then another thing, start a formula notebook. 50 pages or 100 pages notebook. You start as chemistry formula book, and whatever formula you get in chemistry classes, same day you note it down in your formula book, and every day you read formula book. Every day before going to sleep, read the formula book once, from the first formula till the last one you have written. Every day you should repeat it, so that in 2-3 weeks you will be able to see the formula without seeing the book. That order you will be saying. Angane fingertips layikkanam formula. Okay. So, and as I do the class, if you have any difficulty, if you don't follow anything, feel free to stop me and ask me. Clear your doubts and proceed. Be very, very systematic in your studies, and whatever is done at this day, try to complete the whole portion the same day itself, and be bit in advance. Read the next day's portion also and come to the class. Come prepared to the class. Whatever is going to be done should be read by you before, so that will be very easy for you. From day 1 onwards, be very serious in your studies. Otherwise, After a few days you will feel that I should have studied from the beginning itself, I would have. So don't go into that feeling after a few days. Start from today itself your serious studies and definitely you can crack. Very good marks, very good. നല്ലൊരു റിസൾട്ടിലേക്ക് എത്താനായിട്ട് സാധിക്കുന്നുള്ളതിൽ ഒരു സംശയമില്ല. പക്ഷേ നിങ്ങൾ അത്രയും സീരിയസ് ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ള ഭാഗങ്ങൾ, ഡൗട്ടുകൾ ഉള്ളതൊക്കെ അപ്പം നിർത്തി ചോദിക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, so let's not waste time. I am starting with the very first chapter, some basic concepts of chemistry. So as the name of the chapter, it's very basic concepts but very very important. Basic concepts ആണെങ്കിലും വളരെ പ്രധാനമാണ് for the further chapters, calculations from the further chapter or all the concepts in the further chapter. This part should be very strong. Your basic concept should be very strong. So let's start from the first basic concepts. And in chemistry, what is chemistry? എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഉടനെ പറയുക study of matter. അല്ലേ? From lower classes itself you would have defined what is chemistry, branch of science which deals with matter is called chemistry. So what is matter? Anything that has mass and occupies space. Mass may be very lightweight, but if it has a mass and occupies space, maybe the volume occupied is very 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 small volume, but even then if it is occupies some space and if it has some mass, it comes under the class of matter, and study of this matter comes under chemistry. And what do we study under matter? Anything regarding matter can be studied. You can see what its physical form now is. At this temperature pressure condition, in what form it exists. Water may be in solid state or maybe in liquid state or in gaseous state. So the physical state can be studied. Or what it is made up of, what this matter is made up of can be studied. Water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, or carbon dioxide is made of carbon and oxygen, or air is a mixture of various gases. Like this you can study the composition, that is also study of matter. Or you can see what happens when this reacts with another. What happens when sodium is put in water? Immediately we say sodium hydroxide with the liberation of hydrogen gas. So the properties, chemical reactions, physical properties. So regarding matter, whatever studies you do, that all come under chemistry. Kitya? Matter. So study of matter ആണ് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്. The whole chemistry we are going to do the study of matter. And matter classification. One way in which we classify matter is depending on its physical state of existence. You classify matter as, you know the answer, solids, liquids and gases. Depending on the physical state of matter, solids, liquids and gases. Another way in which we classify matter, which is more useful for a chemist, is pure substance and mixtures. Matter can be classified as pure substance and mixtures. Pure substance, or you also call it just substance. You need not always say pure substance. If you say substance itself, it is pure substance. So substance and mixture. Pure substance, otherwise substance and mixture. What is the difference? Pure substance, suppose if I take a glass of water, I call it a pure substance because whole water contains, it's a collection of molecules of same type. Full water il ഒരേ ഒരു type of molecule ഉള്ളൂ, which is that water molecule, H2O molecule. Or if I fill a balloon with hydrogen gas, I say the balloon contains a substance, pure substance, because the full hydrogen gas has only one type of molecules in it, H2 molecules. It's a collection of many H2 molecules. Or water, collection of many water molecules. Or CO2 gas, collection of many CO2 molecules. So pure substance or substance, that matter which contains only made up of one type of molecule. The matter which contains only one type of molecule. The matter which is made up of only one type of molecule is called substance or pure substance. Examples, if I take water, it is a pure substance. Or if I take sodium, it is a pure substance. Or if I take hydrogen gas, it's a pure substance. Mixture, matter which has more than one type of molecule. More than one type of molecule. So more than one type of substance will be there in mixture. More than one substance will be present in mixture. More than one type of molecule if present, it is called mixture. Air is a mixture of O2 gas, N2 gas, water vapor, carbon dioxide gas. Air has O2, N2, CO2, H2O, argon, AR. So it's a mixture of many substances, or one which contains more than one type of molecule is mixture. Whereas substance, one type of molecule. Mixture, more than one type of molecule. Agreed? Sea water. Substance or mixture? Sea water. Mixture. Because it has H2O and many salts and sand and maybe soluble or insoluble. Anything are there in it. Sea water. Mixture. Right? Aqueous solution or sugar. What do you mean aqueous solution? In a solution, if solvent is water, it is called aqueous solution. In a solution, if solvent is water, it is called aqueous solution. So aqueous solution or sugar, common sugar, table sugar, what we normally use at home. Table sugar is, what is table sugar? Sucrose. Sucrose is a table sugar, C12H22O11. C12H22O11. So when I say aqueous solution of sugar, is it substance or mixture? Mixture, because it has H2O molecule as well as C12H22O11 molecule. Or saline, salt solution, sodium chloride dissolved in water, mixture. Whereas if I take just sodium chloride, it is substance. So classification is clear. So air is a mixture or sea water is a mixture, all these can be taken as mixture. Again, when we talk about pure substance, you can again see a difference here. What's the difference? Here water, H2O, or sodium, just Na, hydrogen, H2, oxygen, O2, carbon dioxide, CO2. So what is the difference between these molecules and these molecules? Here each molecule is made up of more than one type of atom. H2O has two types of atom. One molecule of H2O is made up of two types of atom. One molecule of glucose is made up of three types of atom, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. One molecule of calcium carbonate is made up of three types of atom, calcium, carbon and oxygen. Whereas when I take one molecule of hydrogen gas, only single type of atom. One molecule of O2 gas, only single type of atom. So, substance again classified into a molecule made up of only single type of substance, in which molecule made up of single type of atom, elements. Substance where the molecule is made up of more than one type of atom, compounds. So substances are further classified into elements and compounds. Elements, substances where the molecule made up of single type of atom. O3, ozone is an example for element. P4, element. S8, element. Adhe samayam, compounds, substance in which molecule is made up of more than one type of atom. Water, carbon dioxide, glucose, sucrose, ammonia, all these can be, hydrogen peroxide, all these can be examples of compounds. So elements and compounds, further classification. So if you take matter on a whole, it can have mixtures, a collection of substances. Substance can be substance of elements or compounds, and ultimately you can see all these are fundamentally made of atoms. It starts from atoms. Atoms combine to form molecule, molecules collection is substance, substance collection is mixture. Like that, ultimately you bring it down to atom. So fundamental particle of any matter is atom, and fundamental particle of any matter which has independent existences. Suppose if the question is, what is the fundamental particle of any matter? You say it is atom. What is the fundamental particle of any matter that is independent existence? Do all atoms have independent existence? Do hydrogen ever exist as H atom? Hydrogen H atom exist cheyo, oxygen O atom exist cheyo illa. പക്ഷെ ചിലവര് helium, neon, argon ഒക്കെ എടുത്താൽ they have independent existence as atom. Who has independent existence generally? Molecules. Hydrogen exists as H2 gas, right? What is molecule? A collection of atoms which are chemically bonded, right? Or hydrogen is a part of water, or hydrogen is a part of ammonia. Never hydrogen exists as a single H atom. Agreed? And reason and all you will be studying in chemical bonding chapter. To attain stability they form bond, they exist as molecules, all that. Okay or no? Fundamental particle of any matter atom nu parnalum, fundamental particle of any matter that has independent existence choichal atom alla molecules aanu. And number of atoms present in single molecule, number of atoms present in single molecule is called atomicity. Atomicity. What is the atomicity of hydrogen gas? So we know hydrogen gas exists as H2 molecule, never as H atom. So what is its atomicity? 2. Okay, no? What is the atomicity of oxygen, dioxygen gas? 2. What is the atomicity of ozone? 3. P4. Tetraatomic. Tetraatomic 4. Octaatomic S8. 8. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വാട്ടറിൻ്റെ atomicity 3. 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. So atomicity. So fundamental particle of any matter that is independent, and rarely there are such elements or elements with which are monoatomic also. All noble gases, helium, neon, argon, they are stable as atoms itself. They don't need to form bonds for stabilization. They are stable as atoms itself. Monoatomic gases, helium, neon, argon, all noble gases. ഇപ്പോൾ atomicity എന്നുള്ള കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് കിട്ടിയോ? അപ്പോൾ എന്താണ് ഫണ്ടമെൻ്റൽ പാർട്ടിക്കിൾ ഓഫ് എനി മാറ്റർ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ആറ്റം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാലും ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻറ്റ് എക്സിസ്റ്റൻസ് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ പറയും molecule enna. And there are molecules which are monoatomic also. There are substances which are stable as monoatomic also. Very good example, noble gases. When we talk about matter, we said anything that has mass. Ultimately, when we talk about the mass of mixture or substance, etc., who contributes to this outcome mass? Who contributes to this mass? Ultimately, all the atoms put together. Because fundamental particle of any matter is atom. So, who is contributing towards mass and choichal? Ultimately, all the atoms put together contributes to the net mass of that substance. Do you agree? So, we have to talk about atom's mass. How much mass is contributed by an atom? So, we are going to the very basic concept of atomic mass. What do you mean by atomic mass? And what do you mean by mass of an atom? How are they different? Are they same? Are they different? If they are different, how are they different, etc. So when we talk about atomic mass, which is also known as relative atomic mass. Atomic mass or relative atomic mass. Relative atomic mass. Atomic mass or relative atomic mass. I can also talk about mass of an atom. How are they different in the knockout? Mass of an atom and atomic mass, how are they different? So when we say atom's mass, we know an atom is too small, can't even see with our naked eye, such a small. And it's also very, 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 very lightweight. So by conventional methods of weighing are there. Suppose if I ask you what is the mass of this, I can easily put it on a balance, chemical balance, weighing balance, and I can say this much gram or this much milligram. Easy for me. Or our own mass, if we ask, we can go weigh and we can say this much kilogram. But for an atom, it is not so easy. We cannot take an atom, weigh it and say this much. Gram expression and all is not at all possible for an atom because such a tiny thing. Understood? For example, suppose if you are asked to measure the length of this, and if you are provided with a scale in which only meters are marked, meters matram mark either scale thannitte what is the mass of this, is it possible for you to tell the length of this with 100% accuracy? You are provided a scale where only meters are marked. and you are asked to find the length of this. 100% accuracy in the length of meter scale illa karanam meter is much longer than the whole length of this, right? I can say it is either 1/5 or 1/6 or 1/7 of a meter or 1/10 of a meter approximation. I have only such a scale. So what I do, I want to express the mass of this, length of this. So what I do, I create my own reference unit. I created a unit, I created my own reference unit. This is my reference unit. And then with this I say this is 3 times longer than my reference unit. Instead of saying with inaccuracy this much meters with that scale, I make my own reference unit and say this is 3 times longer than my reference unit. So I am taking relative length of this. I am not telling the actual length of this. I am not telling the absolute length of this. Instead what I say, with reference to my reference unit, this is 3 times. So my relative length, what is the relative length of this pen? And I just say 3. What is the relative length of this pen? I just say 3. What do you mean? What do I mean by that? This is 3 times longer than my reference unit taken. So always my unit of measurement should be much smaller than whom I am measuring. അപ്പോൾ യൂണിറ്റ് ഓഫ് മെഷർമെൻറ്റ് എത്രയും ചെറുതാവുന്നു അത്രയും ആക്യുറസി വരും മെഷർമെൻറ്റിൽ. യൂണിറ്റ് ഓഫ് മെഷർമെൻറ്റ് മസ്റ്റ് ബി മച്ച് ലോവർ ദാൻ whom I am measuring, what I am measuring. So since mass of an atom is very small, the commonly available instruments or units are not sufficient for this. So what we did, we created a reference unit. Then we say with respect to that reference unit, this is this many times heavier. This is this many times heavier than my reference unit. So what is this atomic mass or relative atomic mass? It's a relative mass. It's just a number. It's just a number which tells me how many times this atom is heavier than my reference unit. Agreed? So that is what atomic mass or relative atomic mass. It's not absolute mass I am telling here. When I say atomic mass of helium is 4, you would have seen the table of atomic masses. And generally atomic masses are never written as such, as I say integers 4. 4 point something you will see. But you can always round it to 4. Or oxygen 16 point something, you round it to 69. Atomic masses never you get as proper integer numbers. You will get point something. And that point we generally round it to an integral number. Agreed? So when I say atomic mass of oxygen is 16, what I mean is an atom of oxygen is 16 times heavier than my reference unit. Understood? So this atomic mass or relative atomic masses are only relative masses, never actual masses. They are just numbers. And which is the reference unit taken for that purpose? What is called AMU, atomic mass unit or unified mass. The reference unit taken for that purpose is called AMU, atomic mass unit or unified mass. So when I say atomic mass of helium is 4, it means one atom of helium is 4 times heavier than an AMU. Where AMU is my, keep writing because later on you will find it difficult. Keep writing the lecture notes. As you listen, you write the important points, what you feel. For in your own words, in your own method, so that when you study, it will help you out. So atomic mass of helium is 4. It means one atom of helium is 4 times heavier than an AMU or U. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16. It means one atom of oxygen is 16 times heavier than an AMU or U. Atomic mass of calcium is 40, 40. What do you understand by that? One atom of calcium is 40 times heavier than an AMU or U. So this atomic mass unit inde etra times aanu idinte. So it's just a number. How can I define atomic mass or relative atomic mass? It is a number. Atomic mass or relative atomic mass is a number which tells me how many times an atom is heavier than an AMU. Atomic mass or relative atomic mass is a number. Don't have to write units and all, just a number which tells me how many times an atom is heavier than an AMU or unified mass. Agreed? Understood? It's just a number which tells me how many times an atom is heavier than an AMU or unified mass. Is that definition clear to you? It's a number which tells me how many times an atom is heavier than an AMU. So if I write atomic mass as an equation, atomic mass can be written as mass of one atom divided by AMU or U. Can I write this way? Is it okay? From the definition, atomic mass is a number which tells me how many times an atom is heavier than AMU. So is this equation correct? Atomic mass is mass of one atom by AMU. Yes or no? So what is mass of one atom now? Atomic mass is a relative term, I told you, it's a number. What is mass of one atom? Actual mass. What is mass of this? I am asking, I am not asking relative, what is mass of this pen? I am asking the actual mass. So it needs a unit, yes or no? Virudhe number varnya, what is my mass? Virudhe number varnya vella meaning undo? Illa. What is my mass? Virudhe 100 no number varnya, is there meaning? So it always requires a unit when I say absolute mass. So what is mass of an atom? From this equation, what is mass of one atom? From this equation, what is mass of one atom? Atomic mass into AMU. So what I must do? I must write the atomic mass number. Along with that, I must write the unit. What is the unit? AMU or U. So atomic mass is a relative term which is just a number which tells me how many times an atom is heavier than AMU. But mass of an atom is absolute term. It's actual mass. So it should be accompanied by a unit. So how can I write mass of one atom? Write atomic mass, whatever be the atomic mass number for that. Along with that, you should write the unit AMU. So I said atomic mass of helium is 4. I said atomic mass of helium is 4. I said atomic mass of helium is 4. Then mass of one atom of helium, absolute mass. Then what I should write? Can you say? Atomic mass of helium is 4. What is mass of one atom of helium? How should I express? How much? 4? 4 AMU, right? 4 AMU. 4 AMU by AMU is atomic mass. So what is mass of one atom? 4 AMU. 4 AMU. Understood? Atomic mass of oxygen is 16. What do you mean by that? An atom of oxygen is 16 times heavier than an AMU. So what is mass of one atom of oxygen? What is mass of one atom of oxygen? I should write atomic mass number. Along with that, I must definitely write unit. Either I write AMU or unified mass U. Got the difference between relative atomic mass and actual mass? Actual mass along with unit I must write, otherwise it's meaningless. Atomic mass is just a relative term, it's a number. Understood? Understood how to write Atomic mass of calcium is 40. What is mass of one calcium atom? 40 AMU. So what is mass of two calcium atoms? So one calcium atom 40 AMU. Two calcium atom 2 times 40 AMU. What is the mass of 100 calcium atom? 100 times 40 AMU. But how many ever calcium atoms I take, will atomic mass of calcium change? What is atomic mass? How many times an atom is heavier than AMU? So whether I take 100 atoms or 1000 atom or 2000 atom, will atomic mass vary? No, it's always calcium 40. But 100 atoms calcium, what is the mass? 100 times mass of one calcium atom. What is mass of one calcium atom? 40 AMU. 100 times 40 AMU. Got the difference? Understood? That concept is clear? Yes. So now I know to write the actual mass with respect to AMU unit. ആരുടെ മാസ് ചോദിച്ചാലും എഴുതാൻ അറിയാം. Sodium's atomic mass is 23. So what is mass of one sodium atom? Immediately I know to write 23 AMU. What is the mass of 2 sodium atom? 2 times 23 AMU. 10 sodium atom, I know to write this. But I don't have an idea how much is that. AMU ne ezhudi kandu. പക്ഷെ അത് എത്ര? Suppose when I say I have 10 gram rice with me, I have an idea how much that is, yes or no? Or when I say 10 kilogram rice with me, I have an idea how heavy it is. Or 10 milligram, I have an idea, yes or no? Like that right now AMU, I don't, but I know that it must be very small weight. But how much is that? When I say 10 kilogram, I know it is 10 times 1000 gram. I have an idea. Or milligram, I have an idea. Like that, how much is an AMU? I know it's very lightweight, but how much is that? So for which we need to know how we have defined this reference unit AMU. Because we ourselves have designed that reference unit. Because normally available units are not fit for such a small weight. So our own unit, reference unit, AMU or unified. So we need to define how much is that, like how I define this is my reference unit. I need to define how much is 1 AMU. So 1 AMU or 1 unified mass is defined as, definition of AMU. 1 AMU or 1 unified mass is defined as 1/12 the mass of 1 atom of carbon 12 isotope. 1 AMU or 1 unified mass is defined as 1 AMU or 1 unified mass is defined as 1/12 the mass of 1 atom of carbon 12 isotope. So the definition of AMU, 1 AMU or 1 unified mass is defined as 1/12 the mass of 1 atom of carbon 12 isotope. Definition കിട്ടിയോ? എന്താണ് കാർബൻ്റെ ഐസോട്ടോപ്പ് എന്താണെന്നൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കും. കാർബണിന് 3 ഐസോട്ടോപ്സ് ഉണ്ട്, 12, 13, 14. അതിൽ 12 കാർബൺ 12 ഐസോട്ടോപ്പ്, which is the most abundant and stable isotope of carbon. That is taken as a reference element for defining AMU. For defining AMU, the reference element chosen is carbon 12 isotope. If you take one atom of this carbon 12, can you imagine you are taking one atom of carbon 12. You can imagine how lightweight, how small it will be. One atom of carbon 12. And how many equal pieces you are dividing it into? 12 equal pieces. You are just taking one carbon 12 atom. You are dividing it into 12 pieces in that one piece's mass. That is 1 AMU. That is how 1 AMU is defined as. If you break one atom of carbon 12 into 12 pieces, in that whatever be the mass of one small piece, That is 1 AMU mass. This is how 1 AMU or 1 unified mass is defined. 1 AMU or 1 unified mass is 1 by 12, the mass of 1 atom of carbon 12 isotope. So let us put it in an equation form. 1 AMU or 1 U is equal to 1 by 12 into mass of 1 atom of carbon 12. Whatever we define, we put it in an equation form now. 1 AMU or 1 U is 1 by 12 into mass of 1 atom of carbon 12. Next we are moving on to an important observation from mass spectrometry. Mass spectrometer, an instrument which can directly read the masses of such tiny particles of atomic dimension, where if you feed the substance, it will read the mass. So from mass spectrometry, an important observation from mass spectrometry. An important observation from mass spectrometry is that if you take around 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope, if you take 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope, it had a collection of 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of carbon 12. An observation from mass spectrometry is that if you take 12 gram of carbon, it had 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. So collection of this many, how many atoms? Collection of 6.022 into 10. Have you heard of this number 6.0? It's a constant. Avogadro, proposed by the scientist. Avogadro constant, adava Avogadro number ennu parayam. This number is called Avogadro number, NA. Capital N, subscript capital A. Avogadro number or Avogadro constant, whose value is Avogadro constant, whose value is 6.022 into 10 to the power. So observation was that this many, if you write this way, you will not actually find or feel the bigness of this number. If you expand it in exponential notation, if you write, you will not feel. Just expand it and see how big that number is. 6022, 20 more zeros, right? Huge number. How many atoms put together? 6022000000, 20 zeros. Imagine how big, huge number it is. This many atoms, a collection if you put together, only how much it comes to? 12 gram, that's all. So you can imagine how lightweight one atom of carbon is. This many atoms together only 12 gram. So you can imagine how lightweight one carbon atom is. Carbon atom, this is an observation from mass spectrometry. 12 gram carbon contained Avogadro number of carbon atom. So this was an observation from mass spectrometry. 12 gram carbon contained Avogadro number of, or you can say Avogadro number of carbon atoms weigh 12 gram. What we need to know to express 1 AMU in gram? Mass of one atom. So what is the mass of Avogadro number of atom? 12 gram. So what will be mass of one atom? What will be mass of one atom? 12 gram divided by Avogadro number, right? Mass of Avogadro number of atom 12 gram. So what will be mass of one atom? 12 gram divided or 12 by Avogadro number gram. Substituting for that here, 1 AMU or 1 unified mass is 1 by 12 into 12 by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 gram. Agreed? 12 gets cancelled and you get it as 1 by 6.022 into 10. 1 by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 gram. And when you do this 1 by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23, numerical value you will be getting is 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. So this 1 AMU's magnitude in gram, how much is, like how we say 1 kilogram is 1000 gram or 1 milligram is 1 by 1000 gram. Same way 1 AMU is only how much? Either 1 by Avogadro number gram. You imagine, ഒരു ഗ്രാമിനെ എത്രയായിട്ട് ബ്രേക്ക് ചെയ്യണം? അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പറായിട്ട് ബ്രേക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ അതിലത്തെ ഒരു ഭാഗത്തിൻ്റെ മാസ് ഗ്രാമിൽ, അതാണ് ഒരു AMUയുടെ മാസ്. ഒരു ഗ്രാം തന്നെ നമുക്ക് എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ലൈറ്റാണ് അല്ലേ? അതിനെ എത്ര മുറിക്കണം? അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പറായിട്ട് മുറിച്ചാൽ അതിലൊരു ഭാഗം മാത്രമാണ് 1 AMU. Such a light weight, and that is used for expressing the masses of particles of atomic dimensions. So 1 AMU, you are expected to study this conversion factor by heart. Put it in your formula book and study it. This conversion factor will be required for you. 1 AMU or 1 unified mass is equal to, either you write it as 1 by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 gram. Either you can do this way, which is same as 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. Conversion factor പഠിച്ചു വയ്ക്കുക, you will require this. So 1 AMU's definition we studied, and how much is 1 AMU in gram also we studied. 1 AMU is 1 by Avogadro number gram, which is 1.66 into 10 to the power. You must study this by heart, this conversion factor. Okay, ayo? Yes or no? So write down a question. Atomic mass of nitrogen is 14. Atomic mass of nitrogen is 14. Mass of one atom of nitrogen equal dash AMU. Mass of one atom of nitrogen equal dash AMU. Mass of 10 atoms of nitrogen equal dash AMU. Mass of 1 atom of nitrogen equal dash AMU. Mass of 10 atoms of nitrogen equal dash AMU. Mass of 1 atom of nitrogen equal dash gram. Mass of 1 atom of nitrogen equal dash gram. Mass of 1 atom of N, nitrogen is capital N, equal dash gram. Mass of 10 atoms of nitrogen equal dash gram. Mass of 10 atoms of nitrogen equal dash gram. Is the question clear to you? Do it fast, quickly. Atomic mass of nitrogen is 14. First question, mass of 1 atom of nitrogen. What's your answer? 14 AMU, that's all. 14 AMU or U. AMU അല്ലെങ്കിൽ U എന്ന് എഴുതാം. Mass of 10 atoms of nitrogen. Very good. 140 എന്താ യൂണിറ്റ് എഴുതിയേ? AMU. അപ്പോൾ 1 atom 14 AMU ആണെങ്കിൽ 10 atom 10 times 14 AMU. Yes or no? 140 AMU. അടുത്തത് mass of 1 atom of nitrogen ഏത് യൂണിറ്റിൽ എഴുതാനാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്? ഗ്രാമിൽ. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് mass of 1 atom of nitrogen AMUൽ അറിയാം. എത്രയാ? 14 AMU. ഗ്രാം ആക്കാൻ എന്താ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്? കൺവേർഷൻ ഫാക്ടർ. Either you write 14 by Avogadro number gram or you can do 14 times 1.66 into 10 to the power minus. Yes or no? Mass of 1 atom of nitrogen 14 AMU ആണെന്ന് അറിയാം. പക്ഷെ അത് ജിയിൽ എഴുതാൻ പറഞ്ഞാൽ 14 G എന്ന് എഴുതിയാൽ ശരിയാവുമോ? Wrong. 14 AMU is how much gram? So immediately you should think of conversion factor. 1 AMU is either 1 by Avogadro number gram ചെയ്യാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ into 1.66 into 10 to the power. Whichever is more convenient you can. ഏതാണ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഫാസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നത് അത് ചെയ്യുക. Either divide by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 or multiply by 1 point. എന്ത് ചെയ്താലും you will get same answer. So when you get options you should be very careful whether it is asked in AMU unit or it is asked in gram. Okay? ഇനി അതേപോലെ ചോദ്യം എന്തായിരുന്നു? Mass of 10 atoms of nitrogen ഗ്രാമിൽ. So we know mass of 1 atom of nitrogen 14 AMU. 10 atoms of nitrogen 10 times 14 AMU 140 AMU. അത് ഗ്രാമിലാക്കുമ്പോൾ 140 into 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 25 അല്ലെങ്കിൽ divided by 6.022 into 10 to the power. എന്ത് ചെയ്താലും സെയിം ആൻസർ കിട്ടും. Concept is very clear. Any difficulty in these concepts? നല്ലോണം മനസ്സിലായോ? Yes. So let's get back to an observation from mass spectrometry, which was a collection of Avogadro number of carbon atoms എടുത്തപ്പോൾ. When we took a collection of Avogadro number of carbon 12 atoms, which is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of carbon 12. What was the observation? What was the observation? It weighed 12 grams. And what is the mass of 1 carbon 12 atom? What is the mass of 1 carbon 12 atom? Atomic mass of carbon is 12. So what is the mass of 1 carbon 12? AMU 12 AMU. Atomic mass of carbon is 12. So what is mass of 1 carbon atom? 12 AMU. Can you see a relation here? Can you see a relation here? Whatever be the atomic mass number, along with that if you put AMU or into 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 20, it is 1 atom's mass. But along with that number, atomic mass number, if you put gram, that is how many atoms mass? Avogadro number. That number remains same, 12, which is atomic mass number of that element. 12 is atomic mass of carbon. 12 AMU il etra carbon atom undu? Oru carbon atom. 12 gramilo, 12 gram is very big compared to 12 AMU. Do you agree? So 12 AMU il oru carbon atom. 12 gramil etra carbon atom undu? Avogadro number carbon atom. The 12 is same. What is 12? Carbon 12 inde pratyekatha endha? Atomic mass of carbon. 12 AMU 1 atom. 12 gram Avogadro number of it. Okay ayo? 12 AMU 1 carbon atom's mass. 12 gram Avogadro number of carbon atoms mass. So when this was observed for carbon, they checked it for other atoms also. Nitrogen, oxygen, relation. The observation was very similar to this. Nitrogen's atomic mass is 14. What is one nitrogen atom's mass? Nitrogen's atomic mass is 14. What is one nitrogen atom's mass? 14 AMU. I know 14 gram. How do you write it in gram? How do you write it in gram? 14 times 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. Or 14 by 6.02 into 10. 14 AMU. Whereas a collection of Avogadro number of nitrogen atoms was found to be weighing. This was an observation. What is 14? Nitrogen's atomic mass. 14 AMU has just one nitrogen atom. 14 gram has Avogadro number of nitrogen atom. Same thing oxygen. Atomic mass is 16. So 16 AMU, one oxygen atom. 16 gram Avogadro number of oxygen atom. Understood this relation? This was observation. Got it? Calcium's atomic mass is 40. So one calcium atom, 40 AMU. How much gram? 40 times 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. But Avogadro number of calcium atoms, how much does it weigh? Can you get the relation? ഇത് മനസ്സിലായോ പറഞ്ഞത്? അറ്റോമിക് മാസിൻ്റെ കൂടെ AMU എഴുതിയാൽ ഒരു ആറ്റത്തിൻ്റെ മാസ്, ഗ്രാം എഴുതിയാൽ അത് എത്ര ആറ്റത്തിൻ്റെ മാസാണ്? Avogadro. Is that registered? മറക്കരുത് ഇനി. അറ്റോമിക് മാസിൻ്റെ കൂടെ AMU എഴുതിയാൽ ഒരു ആറ്റത്തിൻ്റെ മാസ്, ഗ്രാം ചേർത്ത് എഴുതിയാൽ Avogadro number of ആറ്റത്തിൻ്റെ മാസ്. Agreed? So this way of expressing atomic mass in gram is called gram atomic mass. What is gram atomic mass? GAM, gram atomic mass. Atomic mass expressed in gram. Atomic mass എടുത്തിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ആരെ ചേർത്ത് എഴുതണം? gram. എങ്കിൽ അതിനെ എന്താ വിളിക്കുക? Gram atomic mass. Atomic mass expressed in gram is called gram atomic mass. What is the gram atomic mass of calcium? 40 gram. What is the gram atomic mass of sodium? 23 gram. What is the gram atomic mass of oxygen? 16 gram. What is the gram atomic mass of helium? 4 gram. മനസ്സിലായോ? Gram atomic mass has a collection of dash number of atoms. How many atoms will be there in gram atomic mass? Avogadro number. Gram atomic mass il etra number unda? It has Avogadro number of atoms in it. And a collection of Avogadro number of atoms is called 1 gram atom or 1 G atom. Collection of number of atoms which weigh gram atomic mass. അതിനെയാണ് 1 gram atom എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നത്. അല്ലാതെ 1 gram atom എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 1 gram അല്ല, 1 atom അല്ല. How much is 1 gram atom? Avogadro number of atom. Why is it called 1 gram atom? Because it weigh gram atomic mass. Avogadro number of atoms weigh gram atomic mass. What is gram atomic mass? Atomic mass expressed in gram. A collection of Avogadro number of atoms in endum vilikam Avogadro number of atoms പകരം എന്ത് പറയാം? 1 gram atom. 1 gram atom has Avogadro number of atoms, which will weigh gram atomic mass. How much is gram atomic mass? Atomic mass expressed in gram. അപ്പോൾ എക്സ്പ്രഷനുകളാണ് ഇവിടെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്. എന്താ അതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കി ചെയ്യണം ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ വരുമ്പോൾ. എന്താ 1 gram ആറ്റം? അതിൽ എത്ര ആറ്റംസ് ഉണ്ട്? അതിൻ്റെ മാസ് എന്തായിരിക്കും? 1 gram ആറ്റം എന്ന് കാണുമ്പോൾ അത് 1 gram എന്നല്ല അർത്ഥം, ഒരു ആറ്റം എന്നല്ല അർത്ഥം. എന്താ 1 gram ആറ്റം? കളക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ. അതിൻ്റെ മാസ് എന്തായിരിക്കും? ഗ്രാം അറ്റോമിക് മാസ് ആയിരിക്കും. എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഗ്രാം അറ്റോമിക് മാസ് എഴുതുക? അറ്റോമിക് മാസ് എടുത്ത് G ചേർത്ത് എഴുതുക. അഗ്രീഡ്? അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ്? അപ്പം ഞാൻ 2 gram ആറ്റം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എത്രയായിരിക്കും അത് നമ്പർ? 2 times അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ ആറ്റം. മനസ്സിലാവുണ്ടോ? അപ്പം അതിൻ്റെ മാസ് എന്തായിരിക്കും? 2 times ഗ്രാം അറ്റോമിക് മാസ്. അഗ്രീഡ്? 10 gram atoms പറഞ്ഞാൽ എത്ര എണ്ണ? 10 times അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ആറ്റംസ്. മാസ് എന്തായിരിക്കും? 10 times ഗ്രാം അറ്റോമിക് മാസ്. അഗ്രീഡ്? അപ്പോൾ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ എല്ലാ കോൺസെപ്റ്റും കിട്ടിയോ? ആൻഡ് എ കളക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ ഈസ് ഓൾസോ കോൾഡ് മോൾ. മോൾ എന്ന് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? അപ്പോൾ അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ആറ്റം എന്ത് വിളിക്കുക? എന്താ 1 mole? ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി ദാറ്റ് കണ്ടെയ്ൻസ് അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് പാർട്ടിക്കിൾസ് ഓഫ് സെയിം കൈൻഡ്. 1 mole ആറ്റം, 1 mole മോളിക്യൂൾ, 1 mole അയോൺസ്, 1 mole ആപ്പിൾസ്, 1 mole ഓറഞ്ചസ്, എന്ത് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയാം. എത്ര എണ്ണ? നമ്മൾ 1 dozen എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് പോലെ. 1 dozen എത്രയാ? ഒരേ ടൈപ്പ് 12 എണ്ണം വെച്ചാൽ 1 dozen. അതേപോലെ ഒരേ ടൈപ്പ് അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ വെച്ചാൽ 1 mole. ദാറ്റ്സ് ഓൾ. അപ്പോൾ ഇൻസ്റ്റെഡ് ഓഫ് സേയിങ് 1 gram atom, I can also say 1 mole of atom. Same thing. Whether I say 1 mole of atom or 1 gram atom, what do I mean by that? A collection of Avogadro number of atoms. What will be its mass? Gram atomic mass. What is gram atomic mass? Atomic mass expressed in gram. Okay ayo? എല്ലാം മനസ്സിലായോ? So let us try to connect all of them now. One mole of atoms same as 1 gram atom, right? Which will weigh gram atomic mass. How do you write gram atomic mass? Atomic mass expressed in gram. Atomic mass expressed in gram. Which will have how many atoms? Avogadro number of atoms. Clear ayo? Yes or no? Or mass of Avogadro number of atoms is gram atomic mass. And a collection of Avogadro number of atoms can be called 1 gram atom or 1 mole of atoms. Whereas if I take 1 atom, its mass will be atomic mass along with which unit? AMU unit. Or atomic mass into 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 or by Avogadro number. രണ്ടിൻ്റെ ഡിഫറൻസ് മനസ്സിലായോ? 1 atom 1 mole of atomത്തിൻ്റെ നല്ലോണം മനസ്സിലായോ? Yes. So write down Can you do? ചെയ്യാവോ? ഒരു ഉഷാറില്ലല്ലോ. Can you do? So atomic mass of bromine is 80, mass of one atom of Br is dash AMU. What's the answer? Mass of one atom of Br equal dash AMU. 80 AMU. എല്ലാവരും എഴുതിയോ അങ്ങനെയാ? Mass of 5 atoms of Br dash AMU. So 1 atom 80 AMU. So 5 atoms 5 times 80 AMU. That's all. Which is 400 AMU. Then mass of 1 atom of bromine, which must be written in gram. 80 gram ne എഴുതിയാ ശരിയാവോ? ഇല്ല. What's the right answer? 80 AMU ആണ്. അതിനെ ഗ്രാം ആക്കുമ്പോൾ 80 times 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. അങ്ങനെ എഴുതിയോ എല്ലാവരും? 80 AMU ആണ്. അതിനെ ഗ്രാം ആയിട്ട് കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. So 80 times 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. 10 atoms of bromine, 10 times 80 AMU. So that is 800 AMU. So 800 times 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Follow? Now gram atomic mass of bromine. What I should do to write gram atomic mass? Atomic mass expressed in gram. 80 gram. 1 gram atom bromine has dash number of bromine atom. Etra number? Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. number of bromine atom. So 10 gram atom will have dash number of bromine atom. 10 times Avogadro number. 1 gram atom Avogadro number. So 10 gram atom 10 times Avogadro number. So 6.022 into 10 to the power 24 and answer. Now 1 gram atom bromine weigh dash gram. 1 gram atom will weigh gram atomic mass. What is gram atomic mass of bromine? 80 gram. So 5 gram atom. So 1 gram atom 80 gram. So 5 gram atom 5 times 80 gram. 1 gram atom gram atomic mass. So 5 gram atom 5 times gram atomic mass. 400 gram. 1 mole bromine weigh dash gram. 1 mole bromine mass gram atomic mass. 1 gram atom thanneyaanu 1 mole 80 gram. 1 mole bromine has dash number of bromine atoms. 1 mole is Avogadro number. Avogadro number of bromine atom. And 10 mole bromine dash gram. 10 times gram atomic mass. 10 times 80 gram. Are all the questions clear to you? Ella manasilayo? Evidengilum difficulty undo? Okay ano? Concept fundamentally clear ayo? Now the same thing may be applicable. Next we are going to molecular mass. Now we are doing atomic mass and we know atoms combine to form molecules. So definitely molecules mass will also be of the order of atoms because many atoms combine to form. Molecule mass atomic mass in the order. However, for molecular mass also we use the same reference unit AMU. Like how we said atomic mass is relative atomic mass, molecular mass is relative molecular mass. Is a number which tells me how many times a molecule is heavier than an AMU. Reference unit is same AMU. Engane atomic mass define cheythatha? One atom AMU nekal etra heavier aanu? Now molecular mass engane define cheythathu? One molecule AMU nekal etra heavier aanu? So molecular mass or relative molecular mass is a number which tells me how many times a molecule is heavier than an A. Exactly how we define atomic mass, same way molecular mass. Instead of how many times an atom heavier than AMU, how many times a molecule heavier than AMU. Okay, I hope. So molecular mass may be written as mass of one molecule divided by AMU or U. Or what is mass of one molecule? What is mass of whatever be the molecular mass number, along with that write the unit AMU. Same thing. Atomic mass alone manasilayitteങ്കിൽ molecular mass cheyan eluppa. Okay ayo? So how do we write molecular mass? Sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms present in one molecule. How can we write molecular mass? If you know the atomic masses, then molecular mass is sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms present in one molecule. That's how you write. So if you know the atomic masses, then you can write molecular masses. Just add the atomic masses of all the atoms present in one molecule. So the question is, what is the molecular mass of water? Molecular mass of water. Given atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 and oxygen is 16. Given atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, oxygen is 16. What is the molecular mass of water? So there are 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. 18. And it is just a number. Molecular mass is just a number which tells me how many times a molecule of water is heavier than an AMU. Whereas suppose if I ask you what is mass of one molecule of water, what is I am asking absolute mass. What is mass of one molecule of water? Then what I should do? 18 AMU or 18 U. How much is that in gram? 18 into conversion factor for AMU or 18 by Avogadro number gram. Either I can do 18 into 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram or 18 by Avogadro number. Is it fine? Atomic mass nalloണം മനസ്സിലായിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ it's very easy to follow this. Okay ആയോ? Molecular mass just a number എഴുതിയാൽ മതി. It tells me how many times molecule is heavier than AMU. But what is mass of a molecule? Then you should write molecular mass number along with that unit. Absolute mass unit is required AMU. Suppose if you are asked to write it in gram, conversion factor of AMU. What is the conversion factor of AMU? 1 AMU is 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram or by Avogadro number gram. Fine? Gram, like gram atomic mass, you have gram molecular mass. Gram atomic mass is the atomic mass expressed in gram. So what will be gram molecular mass? Molecular mass expressed in gram. Molecular mass expressed in gram is called gram molecular mass. Molecular mass expressed in gram is called gram molecular mass. What is the gram molecular mass of water? 18 gram. 18 gram. 18. What is the molecular mass of water? 18. What is mass of one molecule of water? 18 AMU. What is gram molecular mass of water? 18 gram. So 18 AMU has one molecule of water, right? 18 gram il etra molecule undavu? Idipo nammal gram atomic mass padicha pole ubhayikkayanengil 18 gram il etra molecules undavana sadhyada? Collection of Avogadro number of molecules. നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ 80 AMUയിൽ ഒരു ബ്രോമിൻ ആറ്റം, 80 ഗ്രാമിൽ അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ ബ്രോമിൻ ആറ്റം, 16 AMUയിൽ ഒരു ഓക്സിജൻ ആറ്റം, 16 ഗ്രാമിൽ അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ. അതുപോലെ 18 AMU 1 molecule of water, 18 gram collection of Avogadro number of molecules of water. കിട്ടിയോ പറഞ്ഞത്? So if I take 18 AMU, it just has 1 molecule of water. If I take 18 gram, it has Avogadro number of molecules of water. 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of water. So gram molecular mass എടുത്താൽ അതിൽ Avogadro number of molecules ഉണ്ടാകും. ലൈക്ക് ഗ്രാം അറ്റോമിക് മാസിൽ അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ ആറ്റംസ് ഉള്ളതുപോലെ ഗ്രാം മോളിക്യുലർ മാസ് എടുത്താൽ അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് മോളിക്യൂൾസ് ഉണ്ടാകും. ആൻഡ് ദ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി, ദ നമ്പർ ദാറ്റ് വേ ഗ്രാം മോളിക്യുലർ മാസ്, അതിനെന്താ വിളിക്കുക? 1 gram മോളിക്യൂൾ എന്ന് വിളിക്കും. നമ്മൾ 1 gram ആറ്റം എന്ന് വിളിച്ചില്ലേ, അതുപോലെ ഇവിടെ എന്താ വിളിക്കുക? 1 gram മോളിക്യൂൾ. 1 gram മോളിക്യൂൾ ഹാസ് ഹൗ മെനി മോളിക്യൂൾസ്? 1 gram ആറ്റത്തിൽ എത്ര ആറ്റംസ് ആയിരുന്നു? 1 gram ആറ്റത്തിൽ എത്ര ആറ്റംസ് ആയിരുന്നു? അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ. അതുപോലെ 1 gram മോളിക്യൂളിൽ എത്ര മോളിക്യൂൾ ആയിരിക്കും? അവഗാഡ്രോ നമ്പർ. 1 gram molecule, Avogadro number of molecules can be called 1 gram molecule of water or 1 G molecule. Avogadro collection of Avogadro number of molecules in endu vilikam 1 gram molecule because it weigh gram molecular mass. That's why it is called 1 gram molecule. 1 G molecule, right? This is also known as 1 mole. 1 gram molecule is also 1 mole of molecules. So 1 mole molecule, 1 gram molecule, Avogadro number of molecule will weigh gram molecular mass, which is molecular mass expressed in gram. Is it fine? Okay. Carbon 12, oxygen 16. Molecular mass equal 44. Unit വേണോ? വേണ്ട. 44 എന്ന് എല്ലാവർക്കും ആൻസർ കിട്ടിയോ? Have you all got this answer 44? Mass of one molecule of CO2 equal 44 AMU. Mass of one molecule of CO2 equal dash gram. Is it 44 gram? Have anybody got 44 gram? No. It is 44 by Avogadro number gram or 44 times 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Yes? Gram molecular mass of CO2 equal 44 gram molecular mass expressed in gram. 1 gram molecule CO2 dash number of CO2. Avogadro number of 1 gram molecule has Avogadro number of CO2. 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of CO2. 1 gram molecule CO2 is dash gram. 1 gram molecule will weigh gram molecular mass. What is gram molecular mass of CO2? 44 gram. 1 mole of CO2 has dash number of CO2. 1 mole Avogadro number. And 1 mole of CO2 is dash gram. Fine? Okay, Ayo. So write down. Write down. Given atomic masses of carbon 12, hydrogen 1 and oxygen 16. Carbon 12, hydrogen 1 and oxygen 16. First question, question number 1. Mass of 1 molecule of glucose. Glucose is C6H12O6. Glucose is C6H12O6. First question, mass of 1 molecule of glucose is dash gram. Dash gram. Second question, mass of 5 moles of glucose. Dash gram. Mass of 5 moles of glucose dash gram. Third question, number of moles of glucose in 3600 gram. Number of moles of glucose in 3600 gram. Next question, mass of 2 gram molecule glucose. Mass of 2 gram molecule glucose. Mass of 2 gram molecule glucose dash gram. Next question, number of glucose molecules in 3 moles of glucose. Number of glucose molecules in 3 moles of glucose. Next question, number of glucose molecules in 3.6 gram glucose. In 3.6 gram glucose. Next question, mass of 1.2 into 10 to the power 22 glucose molecules. And last question, number of moles of glucose in 2.4 into 10 to the power 25 molecules of glucose. You can take Avogadro number to be 6 into 10 to the power 23. Avogadro number in 6.022 to round you can take calculation purpose in Avogadro number can be taken as 6 into 10 to the power 23. 6.022 nu varam 4.022 ne rounding ചെയ്തിട്ട് 6 ആക്കി അങ്ങനെ എടുക്കാവുന്നതാണ് കാൽക്കുലേഷന്റെ സൗകര്യത്തിന് വേണ്ടി അങ്ങനെ ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് ചെയ്യാവുന്നതാണ് Avogadro number can be taken as 6 into 10 to the power 23. So just do one by one. C6H12O6 glucose പഠിച്ചതൊക്കെ പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള നല്ലൊരു എക്സസൈസാണ് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. A good exercise to practice. So start doing. Can you do? Yes. ഇത് ഹോംവർക്ക് ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് വരിക കേട്ടോ. ദിസ് ഈസ് ദ ഹോംവർക്ക് ഫോർ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്. നാളെ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് വരണം നിങ്ങളുടെ ക്ലാസ് വർക്ക് ബുക്കിൽ തന്നെ. കെമിസ്ട്രിക്ക് എൻ്റെ മെറ്റീരിയൽ സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ഒരു ബുക്ക് വയ്ക്കുക കേട്ടോ. വേറൊരു സാറ് ദിവാകരൻ സർ വിൽ ബി ടീച്ചിങ് യു. അപ്പോൾ ഇതെല്ലാം കൂടി ഒരു ബുക്കിൽ എഴുതരുത്, കാരണം വേറെ ടോപ്പിക്കായിരിക്കും എടുക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവുക. സോ എൻ്റെ ബുക്ക് സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്യുക. ഈ പുസ്തകത്തിൽ തന്നെ നാളെ വരുമ്പോൾ ഹോംവർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് വേണം വരാൻ. ഡു യു ഫോളോ വാട്ട് ഐ സേ? യെസ്. അപ്പോൾ ഡു ദിസ് ഹോംവർക്ക് ഫോർ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്. താങ്ക് യു ചിൽഡ്രൻ. ക്ലാസ് ഫോളോ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടോ? ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ടോ? ഓക്കെ ആണോ? മീൻ വൈൽ ടേക്ക് ദിസ് ബുക്ക്, സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ഡൂയിങ് ദ പ്രോബ്ലംസ് വർക്ക്. നിങ്ങൾ ഇതുവരെ പഠിച്ച കോൺസെപ്റ്റിലത്തെ ഏതൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടോ അതിൻ്റെ വർക്ക് ഔട്ട് എക്സാമ്പിൾസ് ഉണ്ടാവും, അത് ചെയ്യുക. അതുപോലെ പിന്നിൽ MCQs ഉണ്ടാവും. നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ച കോൺസെപ്റ്റിലത്തെ ഒക്കെ ചെയ്തു തുടങ്ങുക, ചെയ്യാൻ കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്ന് നോക്കുക കേട്ടോ. യെസ്, താങ്ക് യു. യെസ്, ഗേൾസ് മേ ലീവ് ഫസ്റ്റ്. ഗേൾസ് വേഗം പോകുള്ളൂ. നല്ലോണം പഠിക്കാനായിട്ട് സമയം കളയാതെ വായിക്കാം. ഇന്നോട്ട് സീരിയസ് ആയിട്ട് പഠിക്കുക. ഡോണ്ട് വേസ്റ്റ് ടൈം. നെക്സ്റ്റ് വൺ